The strength of a circle of support is proven again in the well-being of a child living with a condition with an outcome that's not positive. With the continuation of the Nikhil Borland story, a boy much smaller than his age. It's time for Inspire Jamaica with Caroline Brown.
Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place if you can.
Last on Inspire Jamaica, Simonette Mackenzie began sharing how in 2019, doctors eventually diagnosed her 9-month-old son, Nikhil Borland, with Fanconi syndrome after he was taken in for bouts of vomiting and diarrhea, as well as drastic weight loss.
They're like, "Mommy, where have you been with this child for so long?" Because I didn't know what was going on. Today there was right away admission with him. After he was there, they didn't know what was going on as well, so they started doing their tests and stuff like that. At one point I thought I would have lost him based on what was going on, so they were just trying to keep him hydrated, treating for some of the symptoms that they're seeing until they started doing checks. After they found out what was going on with him, it was right into ICU.
It was quite a trying period, as after the 2 to 3 months of being admitted, during which time both his legs were fractured as his bones were so brittle, the now outpatient at the Bustamante Children's Hospital, who had regular appointments while en route to Kingston one early morning, had to be rushed to another hospital instead. The nearest one, it was the Maypen Hospital. It was there she was told he had contracted COVID-19. That period of 2 weeks in isolation, Simonette described as one of mixed fortunes.
So I even lost my hair. So I become so stressed. Nobody could visit, and just in a little room by ourselves together. And it was a moment that I cherish also because we get to bond. The bonding, because whenever I'm around, he's so happy. I forgot that child was there and even sick because he was still playing around. It was the nurses, they were so amazed because they were like looking and they were like, "No, this child is not sick," based on how he was. He was just happy. He was on his tablet. He was eating. He's always eating. He's a little foodie, so he's always eating and stuff like that. So it was just there, and he managed to, get over that. And after that, I took him back to Bustamante, and then he has been doing his follow-ups from ever since.
She's still trying to learn about this syndrome, matching what she reads with the reality.
So the limbs are often they're short, as you can see. His eyes are a little bit different compared to, because usually when I go through his pictures, I often try to capture moments with him as often as I can, and sometimes just sit down and look at the difference, what has changed, what has happened. The only difference I'm seeing was right here, his head, but I don't really see any changes in his face other than his eyes.
You want to walk for me? Come and walk with Grandma. Nice boy. Nice boy. Nice.
It's really Grandma's boy. Yes. Awesome. So his legs are basically healed or he still has issues?
I booked a new appointment to see about the orthopedic specialist. He's still complaining for pain. So he said, "Mommy, my knee hurts or my foot hurts." So that's basically it. But he'll move around with support.
And that's where the walker comes in handy, as he tries to be independent, even though Grandma is always there like a cushion. But she said it wasn't always like that.
When he comes home from the hospital, he would come to me same time, but afterward now he find himself around me. And when he feel comfortable and in his mood now, he said, "Grandma, doctor took me here so, and doctor took me here so," and he show him head and he show him feet. It's the mercy of God turned this little boy around, because when he take him sometimes and his mother is away like at work and so forth, because she is the one who know everything about his sickness, running up and down and so forth. So when him take him now, I have to call her. If he don't see his grandfather, "Grandma, when me daddy?" Because he's take his grandfather for his dad. Yes, so we both have a close relationship with him.
Grandpa Mackenzie dedicates time for Nikhil when he's not in the field. And there's no questioning the family bond with Aunt Tara among his favorites. But it's Mom who remains best equipped to deal with the glances and the queries.
Persons are like, Mommy, how do you do this? You're so young. Because I've been doing this from like 21 years old. So it wasn't easy, but he didn't ask to be here. That's what I always remind myself. He didn't ask to be here, right? So I try my very best at all time to be there, to be supportive.
Unfortunately, there's no cure for Fanconi, and there's an hospital offer from overseas to intervene in his health care, but that would mean extra cash for a mom who is unemployed. Their greatest wish now is to see Nikhil walk without challenge. I'm Curlin Brown. Let's continue to inspire Jamaica.
Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place.